Those are the three words that I remember after my accident, that this doctor came in, or a nurse, somebody came in and asked me questions. And she goes, I need you to remember those three words, Green Walk Sun. She asked me for the next 20 minutes to a half hour. I know questions about my name, where I'm from, my wife's name, that kind of stuff. After about 20 minutes to a half hour later, she asked me, what are the three words that I said I asked you before? I go, well, Green Walk Sun. And I think everybody in the room, my brother-in-laws, my wife, my family, knew at that moment that I was going to be okay. So the story, it's really about, in this course, is really about why I recovered so quickly. And over in the process of learning about why I recovered so quickly, right? So after my accident, so let me just give a little detail about what happened. I was on a bike. I was getting some water in a city, and I got on a bike to go get some water, and I hit a pole. The pole was like about 2 feet high. The sun was on it. I didn't see it. And I hit my head on the side. I had an epidermal hematoma. And from that point, I go to the doctor, the hospital, ICU, and that was on a Sunday. And about 4 days later, I was released. And from that point on that date I was released, to now, I haven't been to the doctor, maybe a checkup in the very beginning. I did break my collarbone, and I hurt my finger pretty bad. But the three words represented hope for me, and it represents that I had a good doctor, and that resilience. And also part of this course, and about part of here we are a few years later, that is important, is me being a ballet dancer, me being a Pilates instructor, and over the last 30, 40 years, that's what I did, that's what I do. And people have talked about I recovered so quickly because I was fit. I could argue that. Number one, reason why I actually recovered so quickly is I had a wonderful doctor. But all the other things that came with it, from maybe being fit, or being a ballet dancer, or understanding the body, and understanding neuromuscular connection, understanding muscle memory. And over the years, that's what I've been teaching without even realizing it. Like teaching ballet class, teaching movement, choreography, a Pilates class, and having the class, and then let's go back and do it again, over and over and over again. The neuromuscular, the muscle memory. My mind remembered what it felt like to be on the reformer and do footwork. I remember that first time I did it after the accident. So right after the accident, and part of that process is understanding that I never went to rehab at all. So after about 2 weeks, I slept, and it was hard. I got up and I started on one part of my house, and I walked inside my house. I walked a couple steps and I stopped, stood on one leg. I had these walls like this, and I turned my head right and left, and I was kind of dizzy. It was weird because I was sleeping, whatever was going on. I did that about 100 times a day. Within 2 to 3 days, not weeks, months, 2 to 3 days, I didn't need those walls anymore. Maybe sooner. Okay? My muscle memory was I wanted to be on one leg and balance. The proprioceptive work. Soon after that, it was maybe, again, we had clients. We had clients here at the studio, and I had to start teaching. Well, less than 3 weeks later, I'm out here doing exercises. My body remembered the footwork, or do abdominals. My body remembered extension. muscle memory. My mind, my body wanted to do that. That's what my body wanted to do. No, nobody told me what to do. That's what I did. Now, I do believe, don't get me wrong, what I had, epidermal hematoma, many people have issues, right? I understand that. And I don't take it lightly. And I understand that what I went through is an exception almost. And a lot of people do recover. It takes a while, whatever. And you guys do a lot of wonderful work for people who really need it, right? They actually didn't even give me a physical therapy. They didn't even tell me to go. They didn't even say, go do physical therapy, even for my collarbone that broke. So I had to, at that moment, make a decision without even thinking about it. I made that decision to go to what I knew. And what I knew was dance, Pilates, exercise, movement. This is what this course is about. It's about, yes, the story of what I went through, in the sense of the neurological connection from what's going on here to my body, to what it means to be muscle memory, in which you guys work with these people try to remember what they do, giving them exercises, do it. There's a reason why you give it to them. There's a reason why you say you do it so many times a day. There's a reason why for that. So this is the extended version of it, my version of it, right? This version. So when you look at this course, the neurological course, the story, the props that we're going to be using throughout the course, think about that. Think about, I mean, a different way of looking at exercise is a muscle memory. And think about the neurological connection. And, you know, a lot of it is part of what this course is. A lot of it is my history and what I've learned. And maybe why I recovered so quickly and why here we are a few years later or some time later I perform more than ever. Within 9 weeks or so, let's say 10 weeks, I was in New York City performing. That means I had to rehearse, that means I had to dance, that means that people were running at me, I was putting things in the air within the 9-week period. The only reason why I didn't do it soon enough, and my wife has told me this, and this I do agree, is I broke my collarbone. Right? So I didn't want to obviously hurt worse. Or my finger, I had to recover from my finger. This is my story. This is my story to you. This is my story of things that I have learned over the years, things that I have taught, and this is the journey of it. So do you remember those 3 words? Give yourself a moment. What are those 3 words that I asked you in the very beginning of this video? It's right. Green, walk, sun.